we're always here to program, honestly.
Okay.
You know, so I think about the role of RAs and what they're needing and wanting to do is that we have some fantastic staff over it, whether it's our student staff or our professional staff, to get in their residence halls and engage in conversations with the students. We're all over that. And so we have great relationships with professional staff over in Res Life already, and figuring out more ways to program with the RAs. You call us, honestly.
Okay.
We're ready to do it.
One program that I'm especially proud of is our Native American Women's Circle that we initiated several years ago. Now, the Women's Circle is comprised of Native American women, and the primary goal of that organization is really to provide support for one another. Many times it seems like that population is really overlooked, and the members of that organization, like I said, are really supportive of one another, both academically and also personally. They focus on tradition, and really they bring in outside speakers as well.
We do a lot of really great programs, but the World Unity Fair is one that's been going on for, this fall will be our 59th annual World Unity Fair. So it's been going on a long time. Definitely a great CSU tradition. But it's a huge fair where we get thousands of participants from campus and from the community, where international students have a chance to showcase their culture via food, a theater show, there's a children's carnival as well. So it's a lot of fun and probably our biggest event.
We do so many things. We're proud of everything that we do, but I think the biggest program that really kind of, for me personally, that I'm most proud of is our annual awards celebration, where we honor student academic high achievers and community members and alumni and graduates, and it's more so of a culmination of success, and it also reaffirms their place here at CSU, and it helps to aid in the retention and persistence of our students. And you know, if you're celebrating them while they're here, they feel as if they do have a place here.
Another program that we have, it's fairly new, I guess, in the last maybe 5 years, is a program called Tea Time. It stands for the Experience of All, and it's about a bi-monthly type of program that one of our student staff coordinates and puts on different educational cultural programming, or like this past year we had something about food tasting, how to make hummus. It was a great success. It was really good. So it was a lot of fun. We had some discussions about the intersections of identity. Actually, we had a couple different sessions around that. And then we had something about immigration. So it was a bunch of different things that may be of interest for students, just to learn more about the Asian and Pacific American communities. So it was some good sessions there.
Recently I went to Somos Rams Leadership Retreat. And it was, I didn't know what to expect. I've never been on one. And it was great. We went up to Estes Park. And it really focused to me, I think, on culture, and just how everyone can share similar culture but yet be really different, have different ideas of Latino culture, Hispanic culture, and what it is to be a part of it. So I think that really helped me to figure out how I think about how I'm a Latina and a Hispanic. And also I met a lot of great people, so it was great.
Fostering Success is a program run by volunteers here at CSU, and we started it because we recognized the unique needs of students who are aging out of foster care and are coming here to CSU. So they have a very different experience than what you would consider a typical student who has a lot of family support. One of the main reasons we began this program was that we had a former foster youth who was staying in the dorms who would send himself his own care packages. His roommate was getting care packages from his family, but this student was not getting them and felt sort of left out. So he would go to Kinko's, pack himself his own care package, and send it to himself. And once we heard about that, we started to realize the unique needs of foster youth on campus and how they're lacking a lot of the familial support that other students are.
And so one of the things that I'm really proud of is an educational outreach tool that we use called Visible Voices, where student, staff, faculty, as well as general community members actually go into classes and share their five minutes from their coming out story. And that also applies to heterosexual allies as well. And so that's one of my favorite programs. I would also say that the programs that we have around leadership retreats, the coming out group, as well as Lavender Graduation, which recognizes graduating seniors and graduate students, are all some of my favorite programs because I think that they get at students in different places and are really centered on their success and their resiliency.
We've actually launched some, interesting and exciting sort of programs at the university that are open to everybody. For example, the Passover dinner, which is probably one of the most celebrated Jewish holidays, Passover. We have a huge Seder on campus, as well as a Shabbat dinner, which is a showcasing the Sabbath traditions with all the different food items and types of kosher food that's cooked, and we get a very nice crowd for that. It's called Shabbat 200. We get about 200 people from faculty and students coming to that. We do a menorah lighting on campus, big menorah lighting during Hanukkah that the president has come to in the past. So we work closely with the university. This was the first time the university, for example, worked with us to help make the kitchen kosher for these two dinners. We're actually working with the university now on a kosher dining plan. So, we try to do as much as possible. The university understands that I'm available for them on many different levels. They just need to call me, always happy to help. So I'm both there for the Jewish students, to give them a home away from home according to their culture, but really here to help the university any which way that I can.
We don't do programming in the same respect that the other diversity offices do. And we don't really have events because we're really a service office. So the students who come in here use our accommodative services. So, as I mentioned, students will take their exams here. Students will have their books converted to electronic text. Students use our sign language interpreters. Students come in to meet with counselors to get advocacy for something. So it's not exactly an event, but when finals comes around, that's our major event. So we scheduled this last semester 1,100 exams to administer in 4.5 days. So for us, that's an office event. But again, we don't do the same programming that other offices do.